All right, look. I feel like I've already said something about it. Who knows how long ago? And I feel like that at the same time, we are repeating history again. And this might come out wrong. This might come out in some people wrong. But unfortunately, you know, there's a time where we have to say Black Lives Matter. There's a time where we have to say cops' lives matter. There's a time where we have to say that people's lives matter. And there's a reason why a lot of people are saying, well, why just these lives? Why not every single life? Well, there's a song that really answers that question. And it's a song that I highly recommend people listen to. Song by Body Count. You may have heard of them. Ice-T. Song called No Lives Matter. A great song. Fucking perfect song for this situation. Highly recommend. The point that I'm trying to make is that nobody really gives a fuck. Nobody really gives a fuck when you break everything down. Nobody really gives a fuck. And nobody really gives a fuck right now. Nobody really cares. They're all just hopping the bandwagon and saying, "Oh, Black Lives Matter." Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong in any way, shape, or form. I am not a racist. I am not a sexist. I'm not a fascist. I'm not a white supremacist, as a lot of people will eventually paint me out as. Okay? Not once in my YouTube career have I done anything in that ordinary. Now, I've done videos every now and then where I would say, well, words aren't offensive, and then I would say the words just to see what happens. But that's that. That's for that reaction. This right here is not for that reaction. This right here is what some people might call a very, very serious video. And well, there is a very serious situation going on right now. Okay? And I've already said this as the Death Eater. And though my point may have not my point may not have gone across the way a lot of people have taken it, there's a fine line between protesting and rioting. Because a lot of people have made the same similarity. A lot of people have made this similarity with police officers. Because now everybody is piling good police officers with bad police officers. You know, and everybody wants to say that there are a few bad apples in the group. Well, I'm sorry, but those few bad apples are giving the wrong impression as to how the police should be handling things. Okay? First and foremost, no policeman, real or fake, or policewoman, should have a knee pressed against the back of the neck, choking the life out of somebody for 8 fucking minutes. Okay? That's number one. Irresponsible. That's blatant murder. Now, as far as I know, that officer and those involved have been arrested. The confirmed news that I know is that the police officer that did it has been arrested and is pending charges. The people, or the thing that people don't understand is that this has been going on way before this guy got murdered. Way before George Floyd got murdered by a policeman. This has been happening for years. And it's not just, oh, somebody gets killed because of the same kind of way. No, there has been a lot of police brutality. And the message that really should be sent is not defund the police. It's not take the police away or fucking call in the army and start fucking shooting people, because I'm sorry, that's how you start a civil war. What we should be fighting, or what we should be calling, is for every single police out there to own up and start firing people who has been known to cause problems, who has been known or have been reported in the past to be either bad apples, I guess is a good word to say, a bad influence, a bad reputation, and altogether just a bad police officer. We shouldn't have to stand for police brutality. That should never be a thing. Racism is a big thing here in America. Even after 50 plus years of it gone down the drain, pretty much. Racism is still very much a real thing here in America. But the problem is that the media always wants to portray this as a race problem. And here's how you can tell the media is trying to control you. Because when they put up white police officer kills unarmed black man, remember that fucking statement that I said in that video? Black police officer kills unarmed black man. Instead of just stating the facts. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're Asian. The correct story should be police officer kills unarmed man in custody. That should be the story. In custody. George Floyd was in custody. For what? Who knows? I'll never know why he was in custody. I'll never know. And for the record, yes, I do know his background. It's been spread all over fucking Facebook. I know that he put a goddamn gun to a pregnant woman. I know. I'm not standing up for George Floyd. I'm standing up for the fact that someone, doesn't matter who they are, doesn't matter what they did, they're in custody. There's nowhere for them to go. And you're going to put your knee to the back of the neck, choking the life out of this guy? I'm sorry, but no person deserves that. Doesn't matter if you just robbed the store 3 buildings down or whatever. Doesn't matter if you're robbing banks. Let's see. The point I'm trying to make is that nobody in their right mind unless you're just a fucking delusional, psychopathic murderer, no one deserves to die that way. Especially if you're in custody. We have laws against that. And we expect the police officers to abide by those laws. And when they don't abide by those laws, we expect that these police officers get punished. Now, given the fact that these police officers, I have no idea if they've done anything in the past. I don't know if they've done fuck all. Hell, we don't even know if these are actual real police officers. Let's be honest. This whole fucking thing could have been staged. Let's be honest here. There are good cops. There are great, fantastic cops out there in this country. And there are bad cops. Unfortunately, there are bad cops. And those police officers are prime examples. Whether they be real police officers or fake police officers, they are prime examples as what not to do as a police officer in this situation. Now the people are coming and demanding that police officers become liable for what they do, which in my mind should have been there in the beginning. Honestly, police officers should always be held accountable for what they do. Doesn't matter if you give a speeding ticket, you fucking go 5 miles over the speed limit, you give a speeding ticket, and you tell the officer, really? Dude, just 5 miles over the speed limit? Dude, it's the speed limit. Can almost assure you, by the way, that the judge will most likely let it go. I can also assure you that that police officer will just get a slap on the wrist as well. Okay? Because guess what? That police officer, though he pulled over the guy going 5 miles an hour, could have also pulled over the guy that went 40 or 50 miles an hour that just passed them while they were pulled over. And who knows where that guy was going. And who knows where or what could have happened by the time that guy had gotten at the end of his road trip or at his destination. Because nobody really knows where the other guy's going. Nobody really knows. You could very well be passed by a serial killer. You could very well be passed by a pedophile. You can very well be passed by someone that's very dangerous. You don't know who's out there. You really don't. And that's the real scary part, is that the police target people. Unfortunately, they do. They target people, whether they be white, black, whether they be driving specific vehicles, whether they be male or female. It's very unfortunate that mostly black people have been targeted. And that's really the statement that Black Lives Matter have been trying to preach, is that our voice matters. We shouldn't be targeted by the color of our skin. That's what they've been trying to preach. And I fully support that. Though I have not really publicly said that I fully support that until now, really. And really, There's no need to. There should have ever been a need to. So at the end of the day, I beg you guys to go donate to a great cause that supports this, the Black Lives Matter movement, to help support George Floyd, or at least his family, so they can get a proper funeral. Or I think, God, what's his name? Boxer. Can't fucking remember his name. Paid for it. I can't remember his name. Dang. I have a hard time with the names. I really do. But go support Black Lives Matter. I'll go find some links. I'll post them in the description. You guys could take your time or Google some kind of Black Lives Matter movement thing. I highly recommend it. I most likely will once I get another job. And when that happens, I'll let you guys know. All right? Cool. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'm sure that there's other people that know a lot more about this than I do. I highly recommend you guys go listen to them instead of listening to me, because fuck, I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. Honestly, I just want this whole fucking thing to stop. It's just me.